I think I saw one over there. This one is so much fun. When you take a knife this big, and you watch a knife that big cut like this, it's so easy to sharpen. And all I got to do to sharpen that knife, that one's new, and I'll just set it like this. There's my lunch. I'll get to it. Just like this. I'm not sure I'll get to it. Just like this, right on down. Turn it over. Then you turn it and do this part like that.
How about the serrated part?
Serrated is easy. All I got to do is run down through those little rounded holes just like that. I'm going to tip it up so you can see I set it down left, set it down left, slide it right, set it down left, slide it right. Then I'll go along real gentle on the points and then on the back like this. Now, I don't want to do too much to this because it is a new knife. But if you take a new knife that doesn't really cut, I tune them up and make them cut like that.
Like butter.
Yeah, so it's fun. My sharpeners are really economical because if you don't lose it, nobody steals it for life. So $25 divided by, say, 40, 50 years.
Watching from London right now.
London, all right. Hey, this is Brad. Hello, London. How you doing? So we take a knife like this one, and if I can take that big knife, now see how it looks a little bit strange on the side, dimples in it? Okay, I've used rock stones, I've used a grinder, and I just keep thinning it down, thinning it down, thinning it down. Now I've got that knife from what it was to what it is today. Right out to the tip like this. And I mean right out at the tip. It's just fun. I mean, I'm like a little kid in a candy store because sharp knives are hard to make. Sharp knives are fun to use. Sharp knives are fun to play with. And when you see knives like mine that cut like this, clear out to the tip, like that, you know, that's a good deal. Oh, that needs a tune-up. Well, it's dull. So we just do this. And then on around. Okay, tune-ups look ridiculous. Watch how much it changes that knife.
That one's just a little too low.
So how does a knife on my table need a tune-up? You can only cut that paper about 120 times, and you'll take the serious edge off that paper. This stuff is tough. It really is. Well, it's paper with a little clay in it. See how it's shiny? And they can print on it? It's got more clay in it that's got paper. That's why this won't burn. I was in Reno at a show. Fire Marshal comes walking by, and I'm doing this around that, and he's looking at me, okay? Okay, it's got too much clay in it at the moment. He stood there and I looked at him and I said it won't burn. And he's looking at me, and I said it won't, it's got too much clay in it. Clay don't burn. It's not really actually paper.
Right.
So he just walked off, didn't say a word. You know, it's like, oh, wait a minute, you're in a building with all this stuff, and you're trying to start a fire. You know? So any blade, your thick old buck knife like this one right here, that's a 110. I've been packing that one around for a long time. My buck knife is right on the verge of sharp. And it's this simple to make them sharp, just like that. So, not that you'd ever drink a beer, but I do have a bottle opener. I got a reshaper for kitchen knives. I got a sharpener and something that nobody's sharpener has tucked right up in it, which is the fire starter. Anybody got a knife, please? I sharpen knives free. There you go. Show this young man. You're now live on YouTube. So let's see what we got. Okay, fairly sharp, but you got to push on it, or saw. Okay, like that. Now see what we got. Oops, not really. It's close. All right, so it's just going to be like this. This. You better film quick because I'm telling you right now, it don't take me very long to sharpen knives. To make it a little sharper, all you got to do to make it sharper is touch it a little longer. I don't actually have a hold of the sharpener. See? it just kind of floats, just like that, like this, like that. Now let's see if it's a little sharper even yet. Definitely. Let's make it just a little sharper, just like that. Come around this way, like that, there. Really light.
That's so much sharper.
That's the way you sharpen knives. Now you might wonder about the serrated edge blade. Actually, give me your knife back. No, oh, here's the knife. Because yours hasn't been touched down in the serrage. All right. Make a pivot out of your thumbs. Go down through the little tiny holes, down through the round radiuses there, the little tiny holes, the round ones. I'll tip it up so you can see. Set it down left, slide it right. Set it down left, slide it right. Set it down left, slide it right. Inside radius is done just like this, and then tip it like that, like this. I just kind of pester the blade a little bit, make them cut like that. Anybody else got a knife they would like sharpened today?
You can get pile dumped on you in a minute.
That's all right.
All right, let's see. I don't have to say it's dull, you heard it. All right, so this knife is nice and sharp. All my knives are kind of like crazy sharp. Inside radius on a hawkbill knife, just like that. Or I think a karambit, I think the karambit's inside radius, just like that. It's like it's not inside radius. I can't feel it, don't know, don't have to adjust for it. I don't do anything different, just slide the sharpener down the blade. All right, let's see. I did that. Everybody laughed. So let's go like this. I put it down, I add a little more pressure to it, like that. Turn it over. When I put it on the table, I'm adding pressure because I want to actually cut the blade. Speaking of cutting the blade, watch this. If you're out somewhere, see the metal? If you're out somewhere and you need a knife and you find a piece of tin, you just take that corner, get a hold of the sharpener, and start ripping. See all the big chunks starting to show up? And believe it or not, what I've done to the back of the knife is that thing will catch and it doesn't let loose. So I don't know where I left off, but let's see. That's way better than it worked. It's right on the way to being more gooder. I'm a twin to the other idiot. Just like that. Just like this. I can feel the blade getting sharper. How do I feel it getting sharper? Every time I flip it over, the little tiny wire edge gets a little bit bigger. That means I'm stringing that metal out. A dull knife won't string out in a wire edge. So let's see now what we got. That is right on the verge of sharp. Okay, yours next. And even the serrated edge, if there is one, I don't care. Okay, I don't either, but it's probably on there. Okay, that's not.
It gets a lot of use.
Okay, everybody go ahead and laugh.
It's not as bad as mine.
Not as bad.
Not quite, no. Just like this. Okay, there's two corners, 90-degree corner, 90-degree corner. Touch the 90-degree corner to the blade on approximately 12-degree bevel. 12 and 12 gives you an overall of 24. So touch it on 12 degrees, turn it a little bit, get comfortable, and begin to brush the blade. Just like this. I can roll it back and forth like this, come back this way, out that way, this way, that way. I don't care what direction you go. Just don't push too hard. Never get a hold of it. See how that's stuck? If it sticks and you persist, you'll literally cut a little piece right off the blade. Don't do that. So just like that. Okay, we're going to give this side 10 more seconds. I get bored, just like that. All right, so let's see what we got now for sharp. I love it. I even sharpen.
It was way sharper than it had been.
I even sharpen fingernail clippers. Pinch them together, turn them up. That rounded part, go right in that little rounded part.
Oh, holy cow.
I sharpen hook knives. I sharpen all kinds of things.